Hey, it's Mark Investorall here, and I'm really excited to show you an exciting business formula. It's a business formula that I've actively used to build all my businesses over the last 25 years. You've probably heard the expression, work smart, not hard. Well, if you build your business based on this rapid growth formula, you'll be working very smart. You'll see how you can double your profits every year. That's right, double your profits. Imagine that, doubling your profits every year. I remember with one of my previous businesses, I met with my bank manager, and during the meeting I told him that I would double the profits for the next year. He laughed at me and said, "Mark, that's very ambitious." He said, "Look, if you hit double-digit growth, that's a great achievement." He said, "If you hit 18 to 20% growth, you'll be in my top 3 portfolios." And then he proceeded to tell me about this annual meeting that all the business bankers had, and that if I would hit 18 to 20%, he would raise my portfolio as one of his top 3. I said, "No, let's put this on record. I will double my profits." He said, "Okay, Mark, let's see what happens when we meet in 12 months over again." Well, fast forward 12 months, we're back at our annual lunch meeting. I showed him my figures. He was blown away. He couldn't believe it. He asked me how I was so confident that I would double the profits. I said, "Let me show you a very powerful business formula that I use to grow my businesses. I call it the rapid growth formula. Here's how it works. In any kind of business, I don't care what kind of business you have, there are 5 areas you need to focus on growing. These are 5 areas which you need to actively have strategies for so that you can grow your business. The first area is in generating leads. The second area is your conversion rate. That's the number of people who buy from you from the leads that you get in. The third area is the number of times your customers buy from you on average. The fourth area is the average dollar value of each order. And the fifth and final area is in your overall profit margin. Now, let's see what happens when you put these 5 areas you need to work on growing into a formula. So, leads times conversion rate equals customers. Number of customers times number of purchases per year times average dollar value of each sale times profit margin equals profit. Now stay with me here, don't go anywhere yet because we're about to get to the exciting stuff. Okay, so let's put some sample figures in. You may have figures for the past year, or you may be in a new business that's just starting out. Either way, you'll both still use the same formula because as a new business, you obviously don't have any figures to play with, but you'll see what happens over the next years as you use this formula to grow your business. So let's say this past year, we've generated 1,000 leads and our conversion rate was 20%. That means that from every 100 leads we've generated, 20 of those people ended up buying from us. So 1,000 customers times 20% conversion rate equals 200 customers. Now, let's say on average we had our customers buying from us, say 6 times a year. And when they bought from us, the average dollar sale worked out at $200. Now, some customers spent more, some less, but on average it was $200. And naturally, you can use whatever currency you use in your country. It doesn't matter what currency you use, the formula works the same. And the final part, our profit margins. Let's say our profit margins worked out at 20%. So 1,000 customers times 20% conversion rate equals 200 customers. 200 customers times 6 purchases a year times $200 average sale times 20% profit margin equals $48,000 in profit. Now, if we keep doing the same as what we did last year, we'll probably achieve much the same results this next year. So let's say we continue to do the same as we did the last year, but we implemented our strategies in each area just a little bit smarter. Let's say we learned some new ideas, new strategies, maybe we watched some funnel Toolbox business videos and learned a few things, and this year we decided to do just 10% better than what we did last year. Do you think that's achievable? Do you think that's hard to do? To continue the same as we did last year, but just improve our results by just 10%? A small 10% improvement is not a lot. But let's see what happens if we work just 10% smarter this next year. So last year we generated 1,000 leads. This year we're going to be 10% smarter. This gives us 1,100 leads. Last year, we achieved a 20% conversion rate, but this year we're going to do just 10% better and achieve a 22% conversion rate. So we have 1,100 leads times 22% conversion rate. That gives us 242 customers. We've increased the number of times people buy from us from 6 to 6.6 times a year. We've boosted the average dollar value to $220, and our margin has increased to 22%. So let's see what happens with the numbers now. 1,100 leads times 22% conversion rate gives us 242 customers. 242 customers times 6.6 purchases a year times $220 average dollar sale times 22% conversion rate gives us a profit of $77,304. That's a 61% profit boost over the previous year. 61% more profit, and we only very slightly improved what we did the year before. But to be honest, I don't know about you, but for me, that's a disappointing increase to my profits. I want to see my profits at the very least double every year, and I'm sure you do too. So 10% is a very achievable increase. Let's face it, anyone can achieve an increase of 10% with just a little bit of extra effort. But let's now take it to the next level. This is where it gets really exciting. So don't go anywhere yet. This next few minutes will be worth a lot of money to you. Let's say you decided that this next year you're going to focus on working smart. And that means you're going to do the smart thing and learn some very powerful strategies on growing your business. Maybe you'll get right into Funnel Toolbox business videos as they come up and learn from an ongoing stream of smart, powerful marketing strategies. So instead of a 10% increase in each of the 5 areas, we're going to go for a 15% boost in each area. And we can do this because number 1, it's really not a huge increase. And number 2, you're going to continue being exposed to a constant stream of powerful new ideas in the Funnel Toolbox dashboard. So let's see what happens when we achieve a 15% boost in each of the 5 areas. Last year, we generated 1,000 leads. This year, we'll do 15% better and we'll generate 1,150 leads. We've boosted our conversion rate to 23%. That gives us 264 customers. The number of purchases per year has increased to 6.9. The average dollar sale has gone up to $230, and our margins have increased to 23%. So 1,150 customers times 23% conversion rate gives us 264 customers. 264 customers times 6.9 times $230 times 23% gives us a profit of $96,363. That's a boost of 100.8%. We've doubled our profit. And this is how I've always grown my businesses. I list these 5 areas and then I set strategies in place for each of those 5 areas. So when I sat down with my bank manager and I told him I'd double my profits next year, it wasn't just an empty statement. I knew I was going to do it because I knew exactly how I was going to achieve it. And this is how you build your e-commerce business, by being strategic, by having a clear plan on how you're going to set your strategies in place. It's not enough to simply set up an online store and wait for customers to come in. Hopefully, maybe, hoping. If you do it that way, the odds are stacked against you. It won't happen. But if you get the right information and build your e-commerce business using the right strategies, you'll be more successful than you'd ever dreamed. You'll make more money that will leave you completely overwhelmed, and the feeling will be amazing. Now, this is the first business growth formula of 2 that I want to show you. The next formula gets even better because with the next formula, I'm going to show you how you're going to set the amount of money you want to make, and then you'll see how to put a plan in place to actually achieve your target. You'll have a roadmap that will show you what you need to do to take you from where you are today to the amount of money you want to make. And I'm not talking about a small income. No, I'm talking about setting some serious goals in the 6 or 7 figures. So get into the next video and get ready to be blown away.